Hey, welcome back. I'm your host, Brittany Noltmeyer, and this is Dance, Colleges, and Careers. Thanks for joining me. We have a fun episode today. Okay, so I gotta be honest. I've kind of been in a funk lately. It's the beginning of the school year, so everybody is super busy, so maybe you can relate. Okay, I've been working so hard on the computer and getting everything ready and set up for the school year. And I don't even have kids, but getting set up for work and my theater program and my dance program, that I've been sitting at the computer for hours and hours and hours. And I have to admit, I've totally neglected my physicality, my dancing, my exercising, and it's really starting to affect me. So today I decided to take a little break from the computer. I actually went out and did some gardening. I'm not a very good gardener, so that was a good start. But then I decided to come back into my office and take a ballet class, take just a YouTube video ballet class. And you know what? It was amazing. It's exactly what I needed. And it helped me get focused and excited. And now I'm excited to talk to you because my brain is just stirring with all these ideas for all these new episodes. And I kept thinking about moments in college and just funny stories at the Ballet Barre. And anyways, I can't wait to share that with you. So as I was taking this ballet class by myself in my small studio, I started really excited, energized, and focused. And then as the class kept going on, I realized I was falling into old habits and not good habits, And then it got me thinking about how we learn our ballet exercises. Maybe you're listening to this and you're like, oh, I don't even like ballet. This doesn't pertain to me. But I bet it does. So stay tuned, okay? First of all, I stopped listening to the teacher. And to me, it doesn't even make sense. I'm here by myself in my office. The only thing I'm doing is looking at that screen as she's giving very clear instructions, and my brain is dazing off and thinking about, I don't even know what it was thinking about. I think I was just kind of dazed. And I was falling into this old habit when you are in class, and I know that you're watching the teacher, you think you're listening, and then all of a sudden the music starts and you go, oh crap, what was the exercise again? And I know I'm not alone. So if you've ever experienced that, let's figure out how to get over that, because it's definitely holding you back. And that was something I had to work really hard to overcome because my brain just gets distracted easily. Okay. I get really distracted. And one of the reasons why we dance is because we gain work ethic and we learn how to focus from dance. And so let's learn how to control that a little bit more. So first off, it's our mental engagement. Okay, how mentally engaged are you when you're in class? Now, I was talking about ballet because that's what I did today, but this pertains to all styles of class, all styles. So in your class, what is going through your brain when the teacher is talking? This is cool too. Oh yeah, in school, are you listening to the teacher or are you dazed off thinking about other stuff? Put your mental engagement on a thermometer here, okay? How low or high is your mental engagement? If it's really high, amazing. You won't have to make too many adjustments here, but you can always get better. And if it's really low, we probably need to find certain things to help us stay more mentally engaged. So ask yourself and kind of be hard on yourself. How mentally engaged are you? Are you one who barely ever knows the exercise, but maybe your talent is good enough that you can wing it as best you can? I can say I did that a lot. I finally had to, I had to work really hard at not being that person. And then I used to believe in winging it and that I was good at that. Okay, sure, maybe. But also if I would have done this exercise a long time ago, I probably just could have been a much better dancer. All right. Mental engagement. How mentally engaged are you? As the teacher is giving the exercise, what are you doing physically and what are you thinking about? I know different teachers have different preferences. Okay. So if you're and I'm going to talk ballet here, just so we're staying focused in one area, but so if your ballet teacher is doing the exercise with their footwork, are you standing there with your arms crossed, just staring at them? If a teacher asks you what you're thinking about, you're like, oh, I'm saying it in my brain, but are you? Or are you mindlessly copying the teacher front, side, back, side with like tendus or dégagés, just following their patterns, but your brain is kind of blank? I know I do that a lot. So if that's happening for you, we need to figure out how to nip it in the bud. Are you maybe not moving that much, but your brain really is engaged? And then when you turn and start at the bar, you're the one who knows every combination at the bar. That's great. That's amazing. As I keep going back into this, because we took ballet every single day in college, and I loved it. I loved my ballet teachers and my ballet class. It was a whole community, and we weren't ballerinas. We were like jazz and musical theater students who took ballet every day. We had fun. It was really fun. I know there was a lot of times when I would mindlessly copy the teacher. The music would start, and then in my brain I'm going, "Oh crap, how does this start again?" And that's not good. That's not what we want to do. That's not where we need to start an exercise to be successful. In every other class I'm teaching, I always talk about how the way to be successful is to start correctly. Like if we're going to do a pirouette, you have to start in the correct position. You can't start in some random position and then hope and pray that you're going to land or make the move. It's just doesn't work like that. You have to start correctly and then try to maintain that correct body alignment or position or trajectory even through the motion, through the step. That's the first thing, mental engagement. How mentally engaged are you, and how can you fix where you are not? If you are one mindlessly staring at the teacher and staring, not moving or thinking, well, it's time to start doing both, right? First off, that we don't want that bad body language of just standing there staring at the teacher and the teacher's going, "Oh goodness, do they even have a clue what we just did?" I'm sure they start the music and they turn around and they think, "Okay, who actually was listening? Who got this combination?" Well, wouldn't it be great if that was you? Wouldn't it be great if you were the one who got every combination? You became the leader. Everybody started leaning on you to know what's going on. Yeah, it would be. It would be. So you have to do a little bit of homework here to figure out how you can be that person. So that leads us into our next point. How do you focus? What gets you focused? I am a firm believer in dressing the part. If you are struggling with focus, that is a very easy place to start. I have to, right now I'm sitting here in a leotard, tights, and a ballet bun. All right, because I took ballet, I wanted to dress the part and feel connected to my inner ballerina. All right, and talk to you as a fellow ballerina, as a dancer. I fully believe. So if you're not doing that yet, that's an easy place to begin. I'm one who, if I hear it from the teacher, great, but it's really not going to stick in my brain unless I start to regurgitate it. If I start to teach it, if the teacher's still doing it full out and I'm following exactly, it is not going to my brain. I'm just kind of following the movement like a monkey. I know this because you have to study how you learn to get better at auditioning and everything. So when I would go to auditions, I would actually thrive when somebody next to me asked me a question because I probably didn't know the answer. But then once they asked me, I had to think more deeply about the details. After I would teach it to somebody else, I would have it fully memorized. So I would put myself in, even if nobody would ask me a question, I started to put myself in this teacher mode. I would pretend that somebody asked me, "Oh, what happens after this part?" And I would almost whisper it to myself. I might sound crazy, but hey, well, you got to do whatever works for you. Anyways, it works for me if I believe that I have to reteach it to somebody else. And the way that relates to what we're talking about is if I'm just watching the teacher and I'm going front, side, back, side, front, side, and I'm not like having a whole second person in my brain there, I'm just following along and I'm probably not going to know the combination. So it has to be for me when I let that second second, I'm putting two little people in my brain now. When I let that second friend in and they say, hey, Brittany, what was the combination again? And if I regurgitate it back quickly to the other part of my brain, then I'll have it and be that leader like I was saying in class. This might be a little silly or a little hokey, but we're talking about mental engagement, games you can play with your brain and understand how your brain works to make you succeed, make you thrive. So all you can do is try it. If it works for you, amazing. And then please let me know, message me back so that I know, so I'm not the only crazy one here. So first we talked about how mentally engaged are you? Then we talked about how do you focus? In what ways do you focus? And now finally, you need to answer that question so you can discover the habit holding you back. Let's say that again. You need to figure out how you focus so that you can fix the bad habits that are holding you back in the dance studio. So how do we do that? What's that mean? Well, for me, I know that I was staring blankly at the screen and I just like 30 minutes ago, staring blankly at the screen, realizing, oh, she had almost finished the entire tendu section and I don't have a clue what it is. Now, the simple answer for me would be I could just rewind this YouTube video, do it again, and it doesn't, and I could move along like it didn't even matter. But hey, that's not what I'm working on here. I'm working on my brain and my focus as well. So then I would luck out when she finished it one time and repeated it. Okay, I was really lucky when she would do it a second time and I go, okay, now I got it. I wasn't paying attention the first time. Now I have to pay attention even more because this is the second time. She's certainly not going to give me this exercise again, and nor should she need to. I'm thinking she shouldn't have even had to repeat it this second time, but I wasn't listening. So now thinking back on my class, I keep going, why wasn't I paying attention? What was happening in my surroundings, or what was happening with my body, or in my room, or on my smartwatch? What was going on so that I was not fully engaged? I was not fully committed to what was happening to my ballet class. That's a big question. And there was an answer to each time. You know, I could push pause and sit there and think about it, and yes, there was an answer. So maybe my watch buzzed and I looked down at my watch. And then now all of a sudden I'm distracted thinking about whatever message I just received. Or I was interested in her video and audio quality. So now I'm watching her give the exercise, but I'm intrigued by the back end of how she does her video. So that's what I'm thinking about. And then I would catch myself and go, come on, Brittany, like focus here. This is way more important in being here in the moment to take this class right now than to stare at her, make her do the work, watch her, hit rewind, do it again, rewind again, do it again. Like that's just so not worth it. And in my small room with my teacher on video, it's not really that big of a deal in the long run. I'm fully aware of that. If I were in the classroom and that was my level of focus, I would have left being very upset with myself, really not having the best class, embarrassed that I didn't pick up all the combinations. And that's why we're talking about this, because you are in class and your stakes are high and you're aiming high. Please study yourself a little bit. Think about what distracts you in the studio. Where at the bar do you is there a position in the room where you do better than other spots? You know, what is it that helps you stay focused? I'd love to hear your answers. So go to starbloomdance.com and submit some of your answers, or tell me your stories, or share some similar struggles you might have. No matter where you are in your level of training right now, you have to understand yourself first. Your teacher is there to give you class, to give you corrections and help you grow and guide you along the way. But if you are not self-teaching, if you are not giving your own corrections, if you're not evaluating yourself, then you're just not going to see progress as fast as you could. If you do the work for yourself, do the mental work to complement the physical work. We work our bodies so hard every single day, maybe not always speaking so kindly to our bodies, leaving frustrated, wishing we were better. And ways that we can do that is by doing the mental work, by starting to understand how you learn, why you learn things a different way than somebody else, and how you can thrive in your style of learning. And with all of that mental engagement, how to focus, how to prepare, the root of it all is that you have to understand how important it is to know the exercise, or you have to believe that it's important to know the exercise. I think I can remember a lot of times when the exercise was given and you're like, oh, it's just another combination. Well, hopefully I'll get it. It's like, hopefully I get it. Well, we need to take out some of that hoping and do the work to do it right. If you believe the exercise is important, then you're going to force yourself to memorize the exercise. And then from there, you don't have to just think about what's next. You can actually think about applying your corrections rather than, oh crap, I messed that up. Oh crap, I messed that up too. You see what I mean? So it is so important to know the exercise in order for you to see your personal growth. Yep, and that's what it's all about. It's all about that personal growth, finding that full potential and being the best dancer you can be, no matter what age you are, no matter what level you're at, but walking out of the room saying, I did my best, I am 10 times better than I was when I walked in the room, then everything you do, you're going to be successful at. If you have that attitude, the mindset that what we do is important, the tasks that you do throughout the day, the activities you do in life, maybe a school project or just this one tendu exercise. If you give effort, if you give focus, if you give importance to what you do, you'll find overall success. Thank you so much for joining me today with Dance Colleges and Careers. Right now, we're on this series about focus. So stay tuned to fine-tune your focus and learn how to grow every class and every day. Again, my name is Brittany Oltemeyer. Thank you for joining me and keep on dancing. Thanks for joining us again on Dance Colleges and Careers. Remember, you can reach out to us if you go to our website, starbloomdance.com. That's starbloomdance.com. My name is Brittany Oltemeyer, and you keep on dancing.